itself can literally contain more meaning than the chosen words. But as email and text take over from pen and ink, are we in danger of losing far more than we realise? To tell me more, please welcome graphologist Ruth Myers. Interesting, this, then, isn't it? It's not just what we write down, it's the way we... How can you really tell our characters from the way we pen it?
I can tell. As long as you give me enough time, but today it's only a short time. But every bit of your writing is a mirror of your personality. You don't know it, but this is what you're putting down.
But what if you consciously change your writing? Wouldn't that...
Well, you can still have the traits there. You try and change it, but you can't. I mean, it's like a leopard can't change its spots.
And are you called in to, you know...
Yes, I do.
By whom?
Well, for HR companies, you know, for assessment for executives. But really what I do is forensic work. I'm a handwriting expert. Gosh. That means if people do forgeries on cheques, wills, contracts and leases, and they, or mostly when they're fighting over money, it's usually wills.
Usually money. You can tell if it's the real thing.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's hard work, and then I go to court and give evidence whether or not the person's guilty or not guilty.
Well, we're not going to go quite that far today. We'd like some evidence. If you go over there, we're going to look at these different kinds of handwriting. Tell me what this handwriting... Now, I will need a voice in my ear to tell me who this is, because I don't know whose this is.
Well,
you analyse it for me, and I'll tell you who it is.
I mean, it takes a long time to do, but looking at the writing as it is there is very large, larger than all those other ones across there. Large writing means, usually, that it's a writer who has a broad perspective of life, who needs attention, wants to be a part of the action, needs to be in the big picture. Right.
Well, you're spot on there, because this is Lady Gaga, apparently.
Really?
So, there you are. Right, we move on to the next one. Now, you know, I think, who this one is.
Well, it says Albert.
Yes.
And I should imagine it's Albert. Maybe it's... It looks very precise, exacting, perfectionist handwriting and analytical. So would it be Albert Einstein?
It would be Albert Einstein. You're right on that one. Yeah, that's true. Round of applause. Come on, that's good. Very small writing here, quite intricate handwriting.
Yes, well, it's very... Yes, but is it all over on 2 pages, isn't it?
2 pages, 1 page.
Someone who wants to get the most they can out of life, who is very highly emotional, responds to all, is aware of life and every single because the writing is so small. He or she is aware of what's going on around them, and they absorb everything.
So this is a person with an eye for detail.
Absolute detail. They would notice everything. The smaller the writing, the more intense. The more the person absorbs everything. Which
is an absolutely brilliant description of Charles Dickens, who's writing... attention to detail. What about this rather scrawly script
here?
What
am I saying rubbish for? It's not rubbish. It's somebody who presses quite hard. The more that you press on the paper, the deeper you feel about life. Everything gets absorbed, and you retain all your emotions for a long time. You can't wipe them out. You always remember them. Someone who wants a lot, who's conscientious. Here we have a person who has excessive determination, great ambition, who wants to stride through and achieve here. See that long one, that Q there? It opens up into a V like that. It's someone who's ambitious and aggressive and needs to get there.
No.
Yeah.
It's me.
It's very nice. It's versatile.
I was with you with the emotional and the feelings and all
that. And then it all went
wrong, didn't it? We've got a final one here. Look at
this one looks artistic and creative as well, slightly going towards themselves.
Just move slightly to one side so we can see.
Sorry.
Go on.
Yes, it goes a little bit withdrawn, introverted, not quite so outward going. You know, a lot of us all put on an act, you know, when we meet people, but the handwriting gives you away. I can see what's really behind the mask.
So what's really behind the mask?
And this is creative because it's round. Yes. Round writing is usually friendly writing, and it's also broken up. Spaces between the letters show that you're intuitive. Intuition is the extra sixth sense, the knowing without knowing why you know. You know, when you meet someone, you take an instant dislike to them or you like them.
Oh.
This is intuition. This is something that you're born with, like a talent for writing or music or dancing or something. And the more intuition you have, the greater you are to express your art or artistry.
Let's find out if the person who wrote this agrees with what you've said. Ladies and gentlemen, Liz Jones. An accurate assessment, Liz, would you say?
Yes, I think I spend all my life typing, so I don't very often...
I know, it's an effort.
...write by hand, so I'm a bit out of practice.
I know, but
could you tell I'm quite nervous from it?
Well, yes, because I would say that anybody who is artistic is nervous because you have a feeling, an intuition that other people don't have.
I think you need to try and be a bit more aggressive.
I know!
My thanks to Ruth Myers and Liz Jones. Thank you both very much. So to come on today's AT show, Eric Nels joins me and some passionate toy collectors. Sir John Major on being the son of a showman and stripping off for a charity calendar. The wives and girlfriends of the Royal Marines show you how it's done. I'll be back in a mo.